I know buying a home seems like it's really hard to do and it can kind of be a little stressful, but if you're prepared and know what to expect going in, it can make the whole process a lot easier. Hey, I'm Rose Gonzalez with the Gonzalez Real Estate Team, and my goal is to give you as much information on the home buying process so that when you're ready to make that move, you know what to expect and that you're prepared so that the home buying process can be a great experience for you and your family. In this video, we're going to talk about the mortgage documents that you're going to need when buying a home. These are things that your lender is going to need from you throughout the home buying process. Hopefully, before you watch this video, you've watched our video on how to buy a house so that you can understand what the step-by-step process is when buying a home. Now let's talk about what the lender is going to need from you throughout the home buying process. First, they're going to ask you to fill out a loan application. This is going to be a simple application that asks for your name, your birth date, your social security number, your current address, the addresses you've had in the last 2 years, your current employer, and the last employers you've had in the last 2 years, how much money you have in the bank, retirement, stocks, and so forth. Once the lender gets your loan application, they will run your credit report. And if your credit score is within their guidelines for certain products, they can give you what they call a pre-qualification letter. It's basically saying that based on the information you gave them, you're qualified for a certain purchase price. Now, this is a great place to start, but because it's a very competitive real estate market and the sellers want to see buyers who can close quickly, the sellers will want to make sure the buyers they choose is pre-approved. What this means is that everything you put in your loan application, all the documents that back up your information has been sent to the lender and the underwriter, and that they have checked to make sure that those numbers you gave them for income and all those other things check out. What they will ask you to send them is 1 month pay stub, 2 months bank statements for all accounts, your most current retirement and stock statements, and 2 years tax returns. It's really important that you provide them with all the pages on all the statements. The reason why is they need to look to see if there are any large deposits or any big changes to these accounts. They need to verify where the large deposits came from to make sure that this money is money that is sourced. Let's say you had two $10,000 deposits because you work a commission job. They will ask you to source these deposits. A pay stub or some type of document that shows this was a commission will need to be sent to the lender. Let's say you just got married and you had a bunch of cash gifts and you deposited $10,000 in cash. You would need to then write a letter of explanation stating that you received monetary gifts for your wedding. Also, each of these documents will need to be updated. Let's say you got a pre-approval from your lender, but it took you 90 days to find a home and get your offer accepted. The lender will need to get more up-to-date documents now that you're in contract. So you'll need to resend more recent pay stubs, bank, retirement, stock statements, and so forth. And if you cross over to the new year, you'll need to provide them with updated tax returns. Other things you may need to provide when you're buying a home is if you just recently switched jobs and don't currently have a 1 month pay stub. They can use this income as long as you've been in the same line of work for 2 years. The lender will need to see your offer letter from your new job stating how much money you'll be making, and then before closing, they'll need the most current pay stub. Once you found a house, you'll need to make sure you connect your realtor and your lender together. The realtor will need to send the lender the signed contract by both you, the buyer, and the seller, and any addition to the contract like addendums. They will also need to provide your lender with the escrow information because the lender will need to coordinate with escrow money on funds for the purchase. Now, when you purchase a home, you typically will need to put an earnest money deposit down once your offer is accepted. This is a good faith to the seller, letting them know that you're serious about buying their home and that you're not going to back out for no reason. This is where contingencies come into play. Now, if you want to know more about contingencies, make sure to watch the video we created on Contingencies Explained. I'll put a link in the description below. But basically, because you're putting this money up front, one thing the lender will need first is something from your bank that you can grab from either your online banking or you can go into a branch and get a confirmation that the earnest money deposit has been taken out of your account. Depending on other things, like if you're self-employed or if other things come up, the lender may ask for more things, but for the most part, this is in general what the lender is going to ask for when buying a home. I know this seems like a lot of documents to go through, but your lender will typically give you a checklist that can help you get organized. When I purchased my home, I dedicated an hour to find all of the documents. The cool thing is that lenders nowadays have systems available where you can upload these documents to a portal and connect your banking information, so it makes it a lot easier and quicker to do. Last note, I can't stress you how important it is to get a pre-approval than just getting a pre-qualification letter. The underwriters who will be reviewing all these documents have to cross all their T's and dot all their I's and really follow the lending guidelines. There's a lot of things that you may not know as a buyer that can change your qualification. For example, if you told the lender you make $50,000 a year because you have bonuses, and then when you go through the whole pre-approval process, it turns out that they can only use $45,000 of your income because you have not had your bonuses for 2 years, that can actually impact how much you qualify for. And that can jeopardize the purchase of the home and can become an emotional roller coaster, not only for you, but for everyone involved. So take the time to get fully approved because it will save you a big headache in the long run and make things so much smoother. I hope you found this video helpful. I have put links in the description for other videos to help you understand the home buying process, as well as a link to our home buyer's guide. If you have any questions, please comment below or reach out to me directly, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure to give a little love to that subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.